Cheers. All right, be ready.
Bonus? We're talking about bonus?
Yeah, the fiction
Podcast.
Let's do it. I like
Frank,
that.
are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I hope so.
Are you?
I think so. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, that's the excitement I need when I am introing a bonus podcast. That's what I need.
Okay.
The fiction podcast, bonus episodes, ready to rip, roar, and get this going. It's been a little while.
It has.
We've been a little too serious, I feel.
Mm.
It's time we put you back on the hot seat, because I do feel like there's several times I got put on the hot seat last season, and you know what? Don't like it. So I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Okay.
So
is that this is I have
this is the fiction podcast bonus episodes with your host Justin
and Frank, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, see, it's hard to follow the intro.
Well, I didn't know if you're going to say "and" or if you're going to tell me to say "and." You know, I didn't know where the "and" was coming. You know, I don't know.
Just let me cook. Let me cook.
Okay,
so
cook it up.
We're going to tie it all together here with our last season. This episode, this bonus episode, came inspired by one of our listeners. His name's Peter. He sent me a list of his favorite Christopher Nolan movies, ranked in order what he thought was best to worst. So this is the Christopher Nolan bonus episode. All Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? Now you see why I had to pick Interstellar for our movie club, because I was like, I got to watch this so we can talk about it.
That's fair. I like that.
All right. Here we go. First and foremost, we're going to Fast and the Furious. Here we go. That's not a Christopher Nolan movie. Just to be clear, not a Christopher Nolan movie. just so everybody knows. I'm aware. Frank knows better than I do.
Okay.
And we're playing in Frank's realm here. This is more Frank's realm than mine, but I'm gonna do my best. So, All right, Frank, I want you to think long and hard about the Christopher Nolan movies. Now, I can throw them at you if you need the list, but I am looking for your top 5 in order Christopher Nolan movies. How would you rank them? Now, do you want me to run through the list for you? Let you get a little. No, you don't need it?
I mean, it's probably best that you run through the list at some point. But I take pride in knowing, so I'm gonna just go through it, and then maybe you run through the list so that the dear listener or dear viewer can, if they're not
don't worry.
typing it in.
We're gonna read Peter's list, so don't worry.
Okay. So Christopher Nolan, top 5. This is hard because if folks have been listening or viewing along with us, we've done some sort of top 5-ish with one of our guest hosts, and I think so. Wes Clark, I think, and so we weren't all settled, right? We all had a different viewpoint, and it's kind of hard to pick. They've been really great Christopher Nolan movies. And so you putting me on the spot like this is really hard. So what I'll do is I'm going to inverse and just keep playing for time. So I'm going to start with 1. Because I think
your worst, your least favorite.
No,
You're
my
just gonna
favorite.
rank them all.
I'm going to start my favorite, to the 5th. Because I figured if I start with my favorite, I can start clipping things off like that. Fair. So this is a horse apiece. People disagree or agree, but because it came before and this put the Christopher Nolan stamp on the world, I think Memento is put him on the stage. This movie, low budget, just really gritty, really out there. For those who haven't seen it, you've got an individual who had an accident. He basically has amnesia, can only remember a certain amount of time. And his wife was murdered, and he's trying to solve the mystery of that. And what he does is he tattoos himself clues. And so basically his body is the clues that he's had. And so it's just such a really interesting flick because it deals with sort of memory loss, PTSD, all that kind of stuff, but it does it in a very film noir kind of way. Brilliant. Inception, number 2.
So I'm going to add to that is another one while we were going through this is my wife went back, was like, because I couldn't remember the last time I'd seen Memento, but it had been years. And so I watched that one as recently as well. It's a great film. Don't know where it's going to fall on mine, but I don't begrudge you putting it number 1. I can respect your reasoning.
No, listen, Without Memento, there's no Christopher Nolan. That's just the way it is. I reward that.
All
A
right.
lot of people don't like the first Red Rising, as in don't like it as like they don't rate it as their top. I rate it as one of my tops because without the first Red Rising, there's no Pierce Brown.
I like how
And
you
so,
brought that in.
yeah, listen,
We're a
I try to make
Christopher
things
Nolan,
relevant.
and
I try to make it all relevant to Pierce Brown every time, every day.
yeah,
Pierce, listen, bro. All right.
yeah.
So number two is Inception for me. I don't think this needs any explanation at all. This is just a mind bending, mind twisting, just wild ride, visually amazing, beautifully done. Script is amazing. The actors were amazing. Everything about it, even the ending leaves you twisted and turned and you don't know which way it's going to go. You're like, what? Every way throughout. And it's just like, you like, am I on drugs watching this? No, but if you were on drugs, are you like, am I on too much drugs watching this? I mean, I think it's just beautiful. So that's number two for me.
That's my number one.
That's
Inception's
fair.
my number
That's
one.
fair. Now it gets really twisted. I don't know where to go. So I think for number three, I I'm gonna go the route where I didn't think I would go, but because I think this is a superhero movie that just killed.
Preach.
So is it? It's not. I always go with the Joker, but is it
The
the
Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight? That's yeah.
Yeah.
So the second installation of Christopher Nolan's Batman, The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger, rest in peace, my brother. I was always against Heath Ledger playing the Joker. I grew up with Jack Nicholson. I grew up with Jack Nicholson playing the Joker, and I loved what he did. And I just hit Heath Ledger just like I was like that pretty boy. He's not a Joker. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Heath was a great actor. He played some really awesome roles, a lot of rom coms, some action, but I just didn't see him dark. And unfortunately, he got dark, and maybe that created some issues afterwards for him. I don't know, but I think he played that role. Like that movie was his. And then you add in Christian Bale, who's always good. And you add in some of the
Yeah.
other characters in there who I think are sort of like Christopher Nolan, his go-tos. And you create a superhero movie that was just phenomenal. It was amazing. I watched that movie. I had chills all the way through and through. So number three for that.
Number two on my list.
All right. Fair, fair, fair. Now it gets really difficult. You know what I'm going to do? It's recency bias. I'm going to put
There it is.
Interstellar as number 4 for me.
Oh,
I'm putting Interstellar only because this is an asterisk. Everyone knows I always asterisk everything I do. That's what I do. I need to see the Odyssey one more time because I need to
agree.
I've watched Christopher Nolan movies multiple times and I've only seen the Odyssey once. I need to see it one more time. So asterisk, I'm going to put Interstellar because it's a sci-fi. I like sci-fis. The visuals and then just more so the recency bias because we just watched it again, but also it speaks to our world, environment and everything as well too. Has a little bit of, I would call it mysticism because it's still sci-fi, but it feels kind of like fantasy mixed in it. But it deals with a lot of deep issues that really just are, and then again, the visuals kill. So I really enjoyed that. I know there are others. I know people like Oppenheimer. I know people like Dunkirk. I know they're there, but I'm a sci-fi guy. So that is sort of kind of why I've got that in there. And 5, I am going to go Odyssey 5. I am going to go Odyssey.
Okay.
I have to do it. Again, this is the other asterisk. I understand why people would not have it top 5 or may have it higher or may have it lower. But for me, for all the reasons that we talked about for season 4 of the Fiction Podcast and beyond and before, it's classical studies. It was visually amazing. The acting was for what it was given. You can't blame the actors for the script. If people are saying it didn't follow this, didn't go there, sure, whatever. I agree with you. But you can't blame the actors. You can't blame Anne Hathaway. You can't blame Matt Damon. You can't blame Tom Holland. You can't blame them, right? So I thought that it was well done for an adaptation. It could have been better because I always think the book is better. That is quintessentially every time.
It's tough.
But it was well done.
That's tough because we both know it so well and we've read it so many times that I kind of have to remove a bit of that. So my number 3, so I had Inception, The Dark Knight. My number 3, actually, I'm going with The Odyssey. I just loved it.
Nice.
Wouldn't have spent all summer talking about it if I didn't love it. So I'm gonna be biased and say, you know what, forget it. I do want to see it another time before this is all set in stone. But for now, that's where it sits. My 4 is Oppenheimer,
That's
and
fair.
then my 5 is Interstellar. So that's my top 5.
Okay.
So not too far off. Not too far off.
We trade Memento for Oppenheimer, and there we go. Yeah.
So now I got to ask you. I'm going to give you Peter's rankings, and I want to know what nits you got to pick, or if you're just like, man.
And he names every single one of his movies. Every single one.
I'm gonna run the list, and you can stop me anytime you want.
And you're starting from worst to best,
order.
Right? Worst to best.
Sure, I'll go from worst to best. What you want? How do you want?
Yeah, worst to best. Worst to best. Yeah.
All right. The worst is Following.
Yep. Agreed.
Followed by Dunkirk. That's what I thought.
Okay.
That's a little harsh.
I think that is a little
harsh. Insomnia.
Okay. And this is with Robin Williams and okay, go ahead.
The Dark Knight Rises. That's fine.
The only nit I have to pick here is I'm still waiting why Tenet is not in this bottom.
Hold on. This next one's going to really get you.
Okay.
Memento.
Oh, you son of a... Is this Peter?
Yeah,
I want your number, Peter. I'm going to call you up. I'm going to talk to you about this, my friend. Memento needs to be higher, dude. Higher. Easy.
I mean, I personally have it higher than that, but I don't have it as high as you do. So I'm like in between the two of you.
We can, you know what?
Right.
We can have a whole episode why Memento needs to be top 3 in everyone's list. But being that low, being before Tenet. Ooh.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, keep going.
It's Batman Begins.
Okay, the first one.
Yep. And now finally Tenet. I agree with you. That's probably my least favorite. Then it's The Prestige, which I enjoyed. So I don't know if I liked it that much, but I enjoyed it.
The only nit I have with The Prestige was it was flirting with and it's a movie about magic. Right?
Yeah.
But it's all about illusionism, right? Because there wasn't real magic, but it was flirting with the idea that there was real magic, and the way it twisted and turned, I was like, is this like I felt like either give me one or give me the other, but don't give me both. But with that being said, it was good. It was good. I wouldn't know if I would have it that high, but it was good.
Yeah. I really wanted to quote Arrested Development there and be like, they're called illusions, Michael. Tricks are something someone does for money. They're called illusions.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right. This is where, so I disagree as well with this being, I think this is too low, but since it's in the top 5, I will breathe a little bit. Inception is number 5. Number 4 is Interstellar. Wow. Number 3 is The Odyssey.
Okay.
Number 2 is the...
Okay, let's just take a second.
Yeah.
Peter, props, bro. Props. Okay.
And number 2 is The Dark Knight.
That's fair.
And number 1 is Oppenheimer.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I can't get upset because we have the same 5. He just has them in the incorrect order.
Yeah. Listen, I think the problem you have with Christopher Nolan is a lot of his movies are just good.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have Oppenheimer in my top 5, but if someone did, I have no nits to pick with that. No nits. I think honestly, so read top 5 again. We have Inception.
Same as mine. So but the different order. So his order goes Oppenheimer's 1, The Dark Knight's 2, The Odyssey is 3, Interstellar's 4, and Inception's 5.
Yeah.
Really, you just flip Inception for Oppenheimer. I mean, he and I have the same 2-3, so we're pretty close.
And like I said, like when you look at it that way, you can't complain. I mean, for me again, I think I like Memento because it's one of those. If you look at his movies, Memento is not a visual masterpiece. A lot of his movies are visually just amazing. So I can see people not putting it in there because of that category, but I have no nits to pick with the top 5. I think that's fair. The only thing I would say is I think Inception just you need to up that a little bit, but hey, that's fair. My nits are with that bottom. With that bottom, bro. Yeah. Woo! Peter!
Yeah, that bottom half. A little rough.
It's
But you know what?
I invited him to
pick,
rough.
I I invite him to pick nits on your list, so
Of
perfectly
course he
fine.
would. I mean, listen, Memento B #1 is controversial to some people, but rightly so to others.
Yeah.
I'm in the rightly so camp, and I think I'm right because that's my
you
opinion.
always think you're right, but
well, that's my opinion, man.
Now we're gonna get to some lightning round questions, make it a little bit harder. Appreciate the ranking, but here you go.
Okay.
You are working with hypothetical. You are working with Christopher Nolan, and you have whatever screenplay you want it to be. So he wants to work with you. He's giving you the rights to pick 4 of his usual suspects, meaning 4 of the actors that he usually works with and some of those big names. You can pick any combination of men or women you would like.
To be alive.
You can make. Nope. I'll let you bring someone back from the dead, baby.
All right. Let's do that.
So you can bring them back to life. You just got to tell me who's playing what role. I'm going to run through some of. If you want me to run through some of the names, or you think you got them?
I think I got them.
All right. Let's hear it then. Who is playing in whatever Frank's story? Who's playing what?
Oh, but what's the story? What's the story?
It's whatever story you want it to be. It's just you're just picking a make-all. It's whatever your story is. Like there's no actual story.
I don't have to tell you my story. I just have to give you 4 characters.
Whole new movie. You got to pick 4. You got to pick 4 stars.
Okay. All right. Christopher Nolan's picked Michael Caine. So basically think of Alfred in the Batmans. In multitude of movies. He's got layers like Parfait. He knows how to play different roles. So he's my guy.
So he's in for sure.
He's in for sure. Then I need a younger character, right? Because I need someone. I got an older character, so it can fit a lot of those bills. I need a younger character who I think, whatever we might do might fit that role. So I'm gonna go with Tom Holland. Listen, I'm giving you respect. I love it. He's younger. I'm giving you that respect, Tom, because you did a good job. I just didn't like the role you were cast, but you did a good job. Now I need the mid tier. I need like the father figure or sort of like the mid range guy. But I also want someone who's athletic enough to do some things. So Cillian Murphy would have been one of those picks, but he's just more like gangsta or just like chill professor. Like I don't see him in those layers. Then is between Christian Bale and Matt Damon. For me, I think Christian Bale is a better talented actor, but I just like Matt Damon a lot better.
That's fair.
I'm going with Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Michael Caine, and then I need my lead-in lady. Give me that Devil Wears Prada ×2. Give me Anne Hathaway all day. And also, she's an Arsenal fan. To say the badge. I just had to do it. So those are my 4. If I had to pick 4.
I was going to say, so my picks went like this. So I'm going to bring in Heath Ledger to play whatever villain is in this movie. I want to bring him back from the dead and let him play. May he rest in peace. He was just so good. He has to come back. And then I'm going to give him a sidekick. So we're going to have a second villain in mind, which is going to be played by none other than my new boo, Robert Pattinson.
Of course.
He's going to be the perfect sidekick to Heath Ledger. He's going to play that role beautifully. Then I was going to reunite the 10 Things I Hate About You cast and have my leading man be Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So I get that. So I bring back my early 2000s rom-com here because we've already seen them work together. I like Joseph and Heath together, but my star, and it was going to have a female lead, was going to be Anne Hathaway. But since you took Anne, I'm going to break my own rules and pick someone it's going viral right now. And it was an interview of Robert Pattinson and this leading lady that she said if she could have any director or ever work for any director, who would it be? And it'd be Jennifer Lawrence. So I'm going to give her the shot since you took Anne Hathaway from my picks. Then we actually have 4 completely different picks.
Jennifer Lawrence. I was actually thinking you were going to go with Zendaya when you were talking about lead, but
no.
Okay.
I would have gone. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to say her last name wrong, but it's Marion Cotillard. I don't know, Cotillard from Inception.
She's She's also on she's also on Batman too.
So I could have easily gone with her, but I would have picked Anne Hathaway. But since you picked her, I'm going rogue and taking Jennifer Lawrence because she says she wants a shot. So I say, you know what, Chris? Let's give her a shot.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right. Not bad. I like your pick. Let's go pick.
Thank you. All right. The last section of this Christopher Nolan bonus episode. It's role swap.
Okay.
Are there any movies that you can think of, Christopher Nolan movies, where you could take It doesn't have to be a lead, but where you're like, all right, I guess if I have to swap these people, and if you can't think of easier good ones, I'm going to make you choose a couple anyways. So think about all those movies we just talked about and say, all right, you're an Interstellar. And now if you take Matt Damon to play Matthew McConaughey's role, obviously Matt Damon's not playing two roles, but it's like, what other swaps? But you have to use his regulars. Would you? Are there any that come to mind that you're like, yeah, I could switch this around?
I mean, they're all fabulously talented actors, actresses. But and I love Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if that's been clear from the podcast, but in our book clubs, movie clubs, I'm a Matthew McConaughey guy, and I love how he got his start in Dazed and Confused, and that was he impromptu the line, okay, all right, and that's been Matthew McConaughey since forever. I think he did a great job in Interstellar. I really did, and since Dallas was it Dallas Buyers Club or things like that.
Yep.
And I think he's shown he's got range too. But if we're talking about having a leading man in a leading role, take Leonardo DiCaprio from Inception.
Yes.
And bring Leo to do Interstellar. And I also think it will be done slightly different, but just as good, if not better, just because Leo brings so much as well too, and he's just the gravitas that comes from him for those type of roles. Like I think I think Matthew McConaughey has a gravitas too, but just not for that kind of dramatic kind of role.
Right.
And you put Leo in there, I think you're cooking, real cooking.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna toss out one that you're gonna be like, no, and you're gonna hate me for it, but I'm just and I think that there's a good chance that this individual wins an Oscar for his role this year. But you know what?
Oh my gosh. Tell me where he's going. I already know who it is. Tell me where he's going.
Maybe. No, I don't even know where I guess I'm putting Matt Damon into the prestige because I'm bringing Hugh Jackman in as Odysseus. That's the route I'm going. Hugh Jackman. God. And I'm not thinking Wolverine Hugh Jackman. I'm thinking The Greatest Showman Hugh Jackman. Let's
okay.
Let's be fair on this.
I'm thinking Wolverine Hugh Jackman when he's got the bow and he boom, and then he's fighting 40 people in the Great Hall.
We get a little bit of both.
Okay.
Plus, Hugh and Anne, their musical talents. We've already seen it in Les Mis. Let's just do it again. We'll make it a musical. We'll make the Odyssey a musical. It'll be great. It'll be a sing-along.
Listen, I wouldn't have gone that route.
You don't even know where to go.
I wouldn't have gone that route. No disrespect to Hugh. I wouldn't have done it, but
hey,
you never know.
It.
You never know.
I appreciate it. All right. You do know. Do you have any other swaps you would throw out there? If not, I'm just going to toss out some of the names we didn't pick. Like, we didn't pick Tom Hardy for something. Tom's great.
Yeah, but I just
I know I'm just saying when we picked our 4, these are people we didn't even discuss. Emily Blunt. She could have been a leading lady easily.
Emily Blunt, I'm thinking anything that Emily and Anne, I think they can switcheroo.
What about Catwoman?
Yes, I'm saying I feel like they can switcheroo. I think they can play each other's roles. And I would see it well played. Cillian Murphy's done so much for him that it's okay, who can do any of that? And again, I can see Leo doing a lot of that. I can see even Damon, but not all of it. Because again, he doesn't have that many casts for us to pick through.
Right. It's tough. You look at this list though, it's impressive.
It is.
Awesome. That was it. Christopher Nolan bonus episode. Shout out to both Peter and Kyla for inspiring this bonus episode for us. So
there we go.
So Kyla, thank you so much.
If others would like to inspire some bonus episodes, or if they're brave enough and they want to get on and defend their case, we'll do that. So Peter, if you ever want to come on and you want to speak your piece, please do that, my man. But we appreciate you listening or watching, whichever format you did. We appreciate you dropping us a message. For those who are listening, watching, however you're imbibing, please, if you enjoy this, follow. like,
great.
subscribe.
Just assume.
Whatever it is. If you've got nits to pick, let us know too. We're happy to discuss them. But we really do appreciate the folks who are staying with us and keeping this lively and exciting for us. But we're excited to continue more, man. I'm excited to get more bonus episodes where I don't know what's going on. We'll see.
I have a few in the wings that are they're coming in hot. I think you're gonna like them.
All right.
You know,
all right.
And unlike Christopher Nolan movies, we're gonna start dabbling into an area that, dare I say, I am more of an expert than you in. So it's gonna be fun. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, it can be. There are plenty of clues behind me as I still try to organize this fist.
Lego, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. You're the worst. Just two right there. All right, awesome. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Cheers, man.
Cheers.